G'day folks, how are we all doing today? I reckon it's time to just take a minute, or maybe 10. Let's just switch off the noise for a bit, shall we? Find a comfy spot, maybe grab a cuppa, and get ready for a little trip. We're going up, 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 high above my favorite city in the world, Melbourne. From way up here, things look a bit different. The hustle and bustle just melts away into a gentle hum. You get to see the big picture, the real shape of the place. It's a bit like looking at one of those magic eye pictures, but way less frustrating and much more beautiful. So let's take a deep breath together. In and out. Good stuff. Now let's begin our gentle float over this magnificent town. Imagine we're in a big, comfy, invisible balloon. The best kind of balloon, one that doesn't make any noise and has unlimited snacks. We're just drifting, slowly, peacefully on a perfect Melbourne day. The sun is out, but it's not that scorching summer heat. It's that perfect golden light that makes everything look like it's been given a fresh coat of paint. Down below, the city is waking up. But from our vantage point, it's a silent movie. You can see the grid of the city, laid out like a neat and tidy plan. But you can also see where it gets a bit messy, a bit more creative, and that's where the real fun begins. Alright, let's steer our silent balloon a little. Look down there. See that huge patch of green right next to all those tall buildings? It's like a giant, lush welcome mat for the city. That's Melbourne's famous collection of gardens. You've got the Royal Botanic Gardens, a proper world-class wonderland of nature. From up here, it looks like a massive, intricate quilt made of 1,000 different shades of green. You can see the winding paths snaking through the trees, the gentle slope of the lawns, and the ornamental lake shimmering like a little jewel right in the middle. It's the city's lung, breathing life and calmness into the urban landscape. It's amazing how these massive green spaces just sit right there, nestled against the concrete and glass. It says a lot about Melbourne, I reckon. We love our city, our coffee, our laneways, but we also love having a bit of space to just lie on the grass and stare at the clouds. Now let your eyes drift a bit to the side. You'll see other patches of green, all connected like a big, beautiful park puzzle. There's Fitzroy Gardens, with its long, straight avenues of magnificent elm trees, and tucked away in there is Captain Cook's cottage, which is a bit nuts when you think about it. They packed it up in England and shipped it all the way here, brick by brick. What a project that must have been. These parks are more than just grass and trees. They are the soul of the city, a collective backyard for millions of people. They host festivals, concerts, and quiet Sunday afternoons. Now, let's follow that ribbon of brown and silver that winds its way through everything. That, my friends, is the Yarra River, or as it's officially known, the Yarra Birrarung. It's not the prettiest river in the world, some might say. It's a bit murky, a bit brown, but it's our river, and we love it. From our high vantage point, its color doesn't matter so much. What you see is its shape, the way it gracefully curves and bends, carving a path through the heart of Melbourne. It's the city's main artery, a constant, flowing presence that has shaped the landscape and the lives of the people here for thousands of years. It's the reason Melbourne is even here in the first place. Look at the bridges that stitch the two sides of the city together. There are so many of them, each with its own character. You've got the elegant Prince's Bridge, bustling with trams and people, looking like a grand old gateway to the city centre. Then there's the modern sweeping arc of the Bolte Bridge, further down. Its two giant silver towers like sentinels guarding the docklands. From up here, they look like little staples holding the pages of the city map together. The river isn't just a divider, it's a connector. It brings everything together, reflecting the sky and the city lights on its slow-moving surface. As we drift along its path, you can see the life that happens on and around it. See those long, skinny boats? Those are the rowing shells. Early in the morning, this river is a highway for rowers gliding silently and swiftly on the water. The Yarra is the backdrop to so much of Melbourne life. It flows past the sports precinct, past Flinders Street Station, and past the glittering towers of South Bank. But right now, in the calm of the day, it's just a peaceful, meandering waterway. Let's turn our attention to the city centre itself, the CBD. From our peaceful perch, it looks like a massive block of Lego, built by a very ambitious and creative kid. A forest of glass, steel, and concrete towers reaching for the sky. You've got the Eureka Tower, which for a long time was the tallest kid on the block with its striking gold-plated top section glinting in the sun. It's meant to represent the gold rush, you know, a little nod to the history that built this town. Next to it, you can see the newer skyscrapers that have joined the party, each one trying to outdo the others with its fancy design and dizzying height. But it's not just a random collection of tall buildings. Look closely, and you'll see the famous Hoddle Grid, the network of straight streets that makes up the core of Melbourne. It was designed by Robert Hoddle back in 1837, and it's what makes the city so easy to navigate. From above, it looks incredibly organized, a perfect pattern of right angles. It gives the city a sense of order and structure amidst all the towering architecture. The main streets, like Collins and Bourke, are wide canyons, while the famous laneways are tiny little cracks in between, hiding all sorts of treasures. As we float directly overhead, the rooftops themselves become a fascinating landscape. Some are flat and boring, home to air conditioning units and satellite dishes. But others are secret worlds. You can spot rooftop bars with colorful umbrellas and tiny people enjoying a drink in the sun. There are hidden rooftop gardens, patches of green in the most unlikely of places. There's even a rooftop cinema in the summer. It's like the city has this whole other life happening on top of itself, a secret layer that you can only truly appreciate from the sky. It's a reminder that Melbourne is a city of surprises, always with something new to discover. Even with all this concrete and steel, there's a sense of energy rather than chaos. The buildings are like a collection of modern sculptures, each with its own personality. Now, as we zoom in a little bit with our magic balloon camera eyes, you'll see something really special. Tucked in between all those shiny modern skyscrapers are these beautiful grand old buildings. Melbourne does a brilliant job of holding on to its history, and you can see it right there. Look at Flinders Street Station. What an icon. With its famous dome and its long yellow facade, it looks like a grand old dame sitting proudly amongst the young, flashy upstarts. The clocks under the dome are a legendary meeting spot. Meet you under the clocks is a phrase every Melburnian knows. It's the heart of the city's train network and its history. Not far from there, you can spot the majestic dome of the State Library of Victoria. From our view, it's a magnificent classical structure surrounded by green lawns. It's hard to believe it's a library. It looks more like a palace for books. Inside that dome is the stunning La Trobe Reading Room, a massive octagonal space where people have been quietly studying for over a century. Then there are the grand old theatres on the east end of the city. The Princess Theatre, with its ornate Victorian architecture, is said to have its own friendly ghost Federici, and the Regent Theatre, another stunningly beautiful historic picture palace. From above, you can't see all the intricate details, the gold leaf and the velvet seats, but you can see how these buildings have held their ground. They are anchors of culture and art, refusing to be overshadowed by the glass towers. Okay, let's drift our balloon just a little bit to the east of the city centre. Look at that incredible cluster of stadiums and arenas. This, my friends, is Melbourne's sporting heartland. It's practically a religion here. And the Grand Cathedral is that massive grey bowl, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, or as everyone calls it, the MCG. The G. It is an absolute monster of a stadium. From up here, it looks like a giant spaceship has landed. It can hold over 100,000 people. And on Grand Final Day, the roar is so loud you can probably hear it from where we are. It's holy ground for Aussie rules football and cricket fans. Right next door, you'll see a collection of other venues. There's Rod Laver Arena, the main stage for the Australian Open tennis tournament every January. From the sky, its retractable roof looks like a clever piece of origami. When the roof is open, you can see the bright blue court inside, waiting for the world's best players. Next to it is Margaret Court Arena and John Cain Arena. The whole area, known as Melbourne Park, becomes the center of the sporting universe for 2 weeks every summer. You can just feel the energy and excitement even from this high up. Then there's the rectangular stadium, AAME Park, with its incredible bubble-like roof. It's a masterpiece of design, a geodesic dome structure that looks like a giant, beautiful soccer ball or a cloud that's settled on the ground. This is where the big soccer and rugby games happen. The design is not just for show, it uses less steel than a traditional stadium roof. Clever stuff. The whole precinct is connected by bridges and walkways, making it easy for huge crowds to move between the different venues. It's a perfectly designed hub for a city that is absolutely mad about sport. Seeing all these world-class stadiums packed so closely together really tells you something about the culture of Melbourne. Sport is a massive part of the city's identity. Let's glide back over the main grid of the city and try to imagine the life that's humming away down there. We can't see into the famous laneways from this height, but we know they're there. Those tiny little alleys are where you find the real magic. They're filled with incredible street art, hidden cafes serving the best coffee you'll ever taste, and quirky little bars. From up here, they are just thin lines, but down on the ground, they are vibrant arteries of culture and creativity. Melbourne's laneway culture is world famous, a testament to the city's love for things that are a bit hidden and unique. Think about the coffee. It's a serious business in Melbourne. You can almost smell the aroma of freshly ground beans drifting up to our balloon. The city is dotted with thousands of cafes, each with its own loyal following and expert baristas. It's a huge part of the daily ritual for so many Melburnians. It's not just about getting a caffeine hit. It's about the social connection, the chat with the barista, the moment of pause in a busy day. This passion for good coffee fuels the city's creative and friendly vibe. It's a small detail, but it's a massive part of the city's soul. And then there's the art. It's everywhere. Not just in the galleries like the NGV, which you can spot near the gardens, but on the streets themselves. The colorful murals and graffiti art in the laneways are like an ever-changing outdoor gallery. From our viewpoint, we see the city as a whole, a giant canvas. Down at street level, every corner can reveal a new masterpiece. Imagine now that our gentle journey has lasted all day. The sun is starting to get a bit lower in the sky, and that golden light we saw this morning is starting to turn into a warm orange glow. This is the magic hour. The shadows of the tall buildings are stretching out, reaching across the streets and parks like long, dark fingers. The Yarra River, which was a bit brown before, now catches the colors of the sunset, transforming into a flowing ribbon of orange, pink, and gold. It's a breathtaking sight, a final spectacular show before the day ends. The whole mood of the city begins to change. The pace slows down just a little. The light catches the windows of the skyscrapers, making them sparkle and flash as if they're winking at us. The Eureka Tower's golden top section looks like it's properly on fire, a beacon in the fading light. The city is getting ready for the night. Down below, thousands of lights are beginning to flicker on, one by one. The streetlights start to glow, and the headlights of the cars create rivers of white and red light along the main roads. It's like a whole new city is being born right before our eyes. From our vantage point, this transition from day to night is a truly beautiful and peaceful thing to watch. The sharp edges of the city soften, and the whole landscape is bathed in a warm, gentle light. The green of the parks looks deeper and richer. The sky above turns into a magnificent canvas of color, from fiery orange near the horizon to a deep, calming blue directly above us. Well, our time up here in our silent, comfy balloon is coming to an end. It's time to gently float back down to earth. I hope you've enjoyed this little escape, this different perspective on a city that is so full of life and character. From way up here, you can really see how it all fits together. The green parks, the winding river, the mix of old and new buildings, the organized grid, and the sprawling suburbs. It's a pretty special place, this Melbourne. It's a city that's both grand and intimate, ambitious and relaxed, all at the same time. It's easy to get caught up in the rush of daily life down on the ground. We hurry from place to place, looking at our phones, thinking about our to-do lists. But I reckon it's important to look up once in a while, or in our case, to look down from a great height, to just take a moment to appreciate the beauty and the scale of the world around us, to see the patterns and the connections. This view gives you a sense of calm, a feeling that even amongst all the complexity, there is a simple underlying beauty. It's a good feeling to hold on to. Melbourne is more than just buildings and streets, of course. It's the people who give it its real warmth and energy. Thanks for joining me on this little flight. It's been a pleasure sharing the view with you. See you down there, mate. And don't forget to look up.